Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Prince Automation Destination. This said Prince. I hope you are doing well. So today we are going to talk about agent mode of GitHub Copilot in IntelliJ. This is a recent feature introduced in IntelliJ by GitHub Copilot. So with the help of this particular feature, now GitHub Copilot would be able to talk to MCP servers, right? So we will try to understand what is MCP server in case you are not aware. This is a trending topic in the market in terms of AI. So without further delay, let me jump onto the discussion, right? So we will try to understand what is agent mode in GitHub Copilot and how we can establish connection with MCP server with the help of GitHub Copilot. We will try to understand what is the need, right? And in case you are not aware what is GitHub Copilot, so GitHub Copilot is a coding assistant which can be integrated with IntelliJ, Visual Studio and many other editors. And we need to log in or connect to GitHub in order to use this particular GitHub Copilot. This is available for free. In case you want to understand more on this, I have already covered a video on GitHub Copilot along with IntelliJ as well as Visual Studio. You can check out the same in 𝐻𝐢𝐭𝐡𝐮, right? Now let us try to understand what is MCP. So MCP is a unified protocol which defines standard to allow applications to provide context, right? So to whom we need to provide context, right? So when we work with AI, we need to provide context to the AI tool, right? And in AI tool, one thing is common, that is LLM. If I talk about ChatGPT or I talk about Claude Sonnet, Claude Desktop, or Google Gemini, right? So they have one thing in common, that is LLM. LLM stands for large language model. So this is the core of any AI tool which generates the output, right? So these are the models which are responsible to give the output, right? Now, if we will provide more context, they will give more accurate output, right? So this is for which purpose MCP is used to define a standard by which we can provide the context to LLMs, right? So we will soon try to understand. This picture will get clear, right? Soon. So it acts like a bridge between LLMs and external systems. What does it mean? So LLMs, so when we say something to LLM, let us say we say act as a senior automation QA and generate the manual test cases for this particular screen, right? So it would be able to generate the test cases. What if I say that fetch the user story from Jira? So it does not have this capability, meaning it cannot communicate with external systems, right? Because it does not have this capability. But with the help of MCP, it becomes possible. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol, right? Which follows client-server architecture. So client is any client, any LLM, which should be MCP client. So prior to this particular agent feature in GitHub Copilot was not a MCP client, meaning it does not have capabilities to talk to MCP servers, right? And what is MCP server? MCP server is the lightweight code which defines the functionality of connecting to external data sources. So for example, there could be GitHub MCP server, which has capability to talk to GitHub, right? So what we need to do is we need to simply integrate MCP client, which could be GitHub Copilot, Claude Sonnet, or could be Google Gemini with MCP server, which has capabilities to connect to data sources, right? Now let us try to decode what is MCP. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. What is model? Model could be any model, LLM model, GPT-4o, Claude Sonnet 3.5, 3.7, 4.0, right? It could be Gemini, which is Google's model, right? And context is reference and protocol is rules. So in simple words, we can say MCP is used to define the standards by which we can provide more context to LLM models so that they can provide more accurate output, right? Now let us try to understand by this particular example, right? So before MCP, if LLM wanted to talk to external data sources, suppose they want to talk to Jira to read the user story, and for example, after reading the user story, they want to publish the test cases on Confluence, right? And then after they want to run the test cases on Selenium, right? So for that purpose, they needed to write their custom implementations, right? By calling different APIs. But with the help of MCP, what happened is this particular process is unified, right? Meaning anyone can develop a MCP server. There could be a Jira MCP server, there could be MCP Confluence server, there could be Selenium MCP server. So what we need to do is we need to simply integrate the MCP server, respective MCP server with LLM, and LLM then would be able to talk to external data system, right? So this is how it is unified, right? So in case you want to understand more on what is MCP, I have already covered a video. You can check out the same in 𝐂𝐤𝐭𝐡𝐮. You will get more clarity, right? And as part of today's discussion, we will be integrating Selenium MCP Server with GitHub Copilot, right? But before that, let us try to understand how agent mod will help us, right? So as a user, I have IntelliJ and I have installed GitHub Copilot, and suppose I want to connect to GitHub repository, or I want to talk to browser with the help of Selenium, or for example, I want to talk to database to fetch the queries, right? So how I would do this from LLM? This was not possible prior to agent mod, but with the help of agent mod, now we can integrate MCP servers, and MCP servers has capabilities to talk to different data sources such as GitHub, Git repository, Selenium and Postgres, right? So what we can do is, with this particular agent mod, we can simply integrate MCP server and we can talk to MCP servers and we can perform the operations, right? So without further delay, let me jump onto the demonstration, right? So this is a sample framework, right, which has GitHub Copilot already installed. So in case you are not aware what is GitHub Copilot, I have already covered a video. You can check out the same in 𝐂𝐤𝐭𝐡𝐮, right? So now we are able to see this particular agent option, right? Previously it was not there, right? But now we are able to use it, right? We are able to see it. So I'm using it on 6th of June. So take the latest version of GitHub Copilot, only then you would be able to see it, right? So by default, there are no tools, right? So what we can do is, we need to click on this particular add more tools, right? And here we need to provide the MCP server details, MCP server configuration. So you see this is mcp.json, and if you will try to find out or locate this particular file, so this particular file is under C users, my username, app data, local, and GitHub Copilot under IntelliJ, and there is mcp.json, right? So we need to provide the MCP configuration of respective server. So as we mentioned, we are going to integrate Selenium MCP server, right? So let me jump onto Selenium MCP server first, right? So this is a Selenium MCP server, which is defined by Angie Jones, right? And she has developed all the functionalities related to Selenium into this particular MCP server. What she has done is, she has introduced these functionalities like starting a browser, navigating to a URL, finding an element, clicking on element, right? Sand case and various other operations, right? So we are going to give these capabilities to GitHub Copilot, right? But first of all, I want to show you. I'll simply say open Chrome browser. Open Chrome browser. Sorry for typo, right? So it will say I don't have this capabilities, right? I'm powered by AI, so surprises and mistakes. Sorry, I can't assist with that. This is what it has said, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to integrate Selenium MCP server, right? So I'm going to click on add more tools, and as soon as I'll click on this add more tools, I would be seeing this particular mcp.json. I'll go back to this particular Selenium MCP server, that is GitHub repository. So she has given this particular section, right? So what we can do is, we can utilize this particular command, right? So she has given this instruction. So if in case you want to use with different MCP client, we need to copy this particular section, right? So I'm going to copy this particular section, and then I'm going to provide it here, right? After that, what will happen is, we will wait for some time, right? Or let me click on ask and click on agent. Here we should start seeing the tools or the functionality implemented by Selenium. So you see, we have started seeing 14, right? So she has defined 14 functionalities. So if you take a look at here, so these are some of the functionalities she has defined. So in total 14 functionalities are defined. So we are able to see all this functionality. So we can disable all, or we can enable, like disable any individual, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm simply going to tell it open Chrome browser, right? Now you see the magic. It would be able to open the Chrome browser. So you see, it is asking for the consent. Let me click on continue, and it would open Chrome browser. So you see, it has opened Chrome browser, right? Next thing is open source demo app. So let us see. So it is again asking for the consent. I'm going to click on continue and let me navigate here. So you see it has navigated to source.demo, right? So this particular website has some sample users. So what I'm going to tell, login with valid credentials, right? So it would again ask for the consent. Let me click on continue, right? And let me navigate here. So you see it has entered username and password. Now it's asking for clicking on login, right? So you see it has logged in, right? And for example, now I want to tell it like add the following item into the cart. So you see I click on continue and it has added the item into the cart. To see, you can see that it is turned into remove, and we can see the same in the cart as well, right? Now what I'm going to tell, quit the driver. So you see it has quit the browser, right? So we don't see the browser. So this is how we can utilize this particular agent mode to talk to different MCP servers. So in case you want to explore more on different MCP servers, so what you can do is you can simply search for MCP servers, and there is a GitHub repository on MCP servers. So you can check out the list of MCP servers. So for example, you want to talk to GitLab, GitHub, Google Drive, Google Maps, Postgres, Puppeteer, right? Third-party servers are also available. There is a Playwright MCP server, right? So you can simply integrate those MCP servers here and you can play around, or you can create your own as well. In case you want to create your own, you can simply go to Model Context Protocol. So this is the official website where you can read about how to create MCP server. So in case you want to develop the MCP server, you can read about here. In case you want to develop MCP client, like for example, there is like GitHub Copilot is turned into MCP client. So this is where you can get the instructions. So if you are a Cloud desktop user, so you can read the instructions here, right? So this is the official documentation which you can refer to learn more about MCP. So this is what I wanted to cover, guys, as part of current discussion. Thank you for watching, and I would request you to please like, share and subscribe. Thank you once again.